Hello, 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 and welcome to a whole new segment of gaming in India called Where I Lost It. This section really talks about you sending in your replays. Currently, we're going to be talking about StarCraft today, and we're going to be looking at some of your replays and figuring out how you lost the game. And without further ado, since we had a great example from the StarCraft 2 community today, let's jump straight into the game. And today we have Parapsych and Gladiator. And we will be talking about how both of these guys played a game. And this replay is sent to us by Parapsych, and we will look at what they did. Parapsych, as you can see, is bronze, and so is Gladiator. And his question really is, how does he counter mass phoenixes and void rays at the start of the game, especially the 10-minute mark? So here we go. Let's run the game, and we're going to run it really quickly. As you can see, when this started off, it wasn't very polite. So Bronze League Madness, game really starts it, and Protoss is ramping up, and this is literally, if you'll see what's going to happen here is, let's just hurry it up. He's opened with a forge, right? And as soon as he opens with a forge, there's a photon cannon, and this is now sufficiently blocked. There is no entry or exit here. There goes the gateway, and this is extremely interesting. Another cannon, and that's now 450 defense which goes. And now we're going to just pause the game here and just talk about a couple of things. So there's 450 in cannons, this is forge, there's a gateway, this is going to be a cybernetics. An overlord sitting here, an overlord sitting here, good expansion coming in. This is bronze, so it's fine. It's gone straight to an Evo chamber. So this is a standard opening. The first gas is started. If you look at 5124, the units which is there is 2 lava, 15 drones to 23 drones, and that's just because the expansion is there. So now let's run the game again, and let's run it really fast, right? And an overlord's going there sufficiently on time, and that's fine. Now let's go ahead and talk about the actions that both of these guys have. Go. So the action's really going to be, he's gone and put a roach war. Now let's just stop here again. He sees nothing here, right? This is his own base. Sees nothing here. This is blocked out. He did know that that's a forge here. That's the first mistake. So now I want to take this time, 6 minutes 59 seconds, and I'm going to tell you something. You have no idea what's happening here, right? And what is happening here is this: 2 stargates. One of them's nearly finished, right? So 6:59, and that's your first mistake. Next, let's go ahead and run into the game. Now let's pause it again. This is perfect, okay? This is good. So he realizes what's happening. 7:21, and there's the first. Now what's the sight he sees? He sees that there's one target. Definitely sees the second one. Okay. And now let's run this and see. There he goes, and he didn't catch too much. Okay, he realizes that, comes back in, and realizes this here, and stop. You see a guy going 3 stargates, 7 minutes 46 seconds, and you can see the first one's making something. Let's zoom in, and that's a phoenix, right? So that's definitely a phoenix which is coming. It's not a void, right? It's a phoenix. 746, and that's what he's coming up with. Now let's look at what the reaction. Now we will not look back there. We will not look back into that part. We'll just keep concentrating here. Units 11 larvae, 29 to 31. Okay, sufficiently in the favor of, but no tech. There's a roach warren. That's fine. This could have been prevented, so that's just wasted right now. But let's say, what do you do right now? Option 1 you go with a roach attack, but it's not really a great idea, especially if you look at this line. But let's assume that you don't. What's the good response? A natural response is to go air. My personal response would be to go hydralisks. Spore crawlers and hydralisks. You have to understand, this guy has to hit you in your base, right? He's going so tech up as an all-in, right? Now you might say hydralisks get countered by, let's say, colossi. Do you really think someone's going to build colossi on the back of building 3-star gates? That's a big tech switch. Okay, so I would probably guess not. Hydralisks would be a really good idea. Yes, they walk slow, but they'd be your great defensive guys to stand back home. Okay, so let's just start and analyze what's. So sufficient information's been taken. This game is going here. If you look at production, he's gone air, just weapons, and yeah. So you look at here, it's just huge harass that is coming in, right? Now there's one, there's two. That harass is just irritating right now. It won't win him the game. It's just going to be extremely irritating. What's he doing on the back of that? He's gone and expanded here. This is only a gas only build. The other thing which you didn't get is you've got some kind of control here, but you have really no map control. This guy should not have been standing here. This guy should have been here. Okay, so that's the other part. These guys come on back. They're coming on back because he's now going mask. So there's 5. There comes the first void ray. Now pause. Okay, let's see what he saw. Let's see what you saw. You saw still more. You saw this. You saw another forge going on the back of that. Right? You still have no idea that this expansion's come in. And a Zergling should have been just sitting there. Nothing much, just one more Zergling. Right? So just to tell you what is happening. These guys are going to move up. Right? And now let's go ahead. Go run this really fast. The first guy is coming in, another guy is coming in. And on the back of this is huge. Right? So let's stop it here. He's going to harass you again. Let's see what you build. On your back you have all these mutalisks coming. So there's 7 mutas here, corruptors here. Head to head, Vikings will go ahead and counter mutas, and void rays fully charged will counter corruptors. So unless you have a god micro where you focus down straight on the corruptors first, just on the corruptors. If the corruptors and this and the mutalisk focus straight not on the phoenixes but only on the void rays, which just happens to be sitting here, you're dead. So just don't control A click. Let's see what you do. So let's run this really quickly. Game runs in. Right? So, and now just let's look at what he's going to be doing. Right? Let's go. He's harassing, he's building more, he's building, he's not really bothered about anything else. This, okay, super boost, everyone's coming, this is the big push, right? Let's look at what he does. They're all waiting, more production, more chrono boost, right? And this is big, he believes this is good enough. He gets sniped there, he just comes around, watch. So it just leaves your army there. They're all focusing on this. Now pause. Let's rewind a little bit, just a tad. Okay, and now let's look at from your perspective. What did you do? Right. So you go in, you catch this guy in the middle of this. You're like, yay, that was cool. Okay, and now let's look. You see these guys here? What do? Right, so just fly them in the middle, make them stand there, no focus fire, no nothing. So that's your big lesson. All these guys, if they're focused on the void rays, something might happen. Getting a guy Getting an army, making them stand in the middle so that they can all shoot different items is a bad idea. Focus fire on the toughest units you want to take down. Here, that would have been the Void Rays. And after that, this game is pretty much it. We can run really quickly into this. They come in, they attack, everything gets decimated. You keep running here. This is just basically GG. You have more support which is going in. Void Rays will just continuously take you out. These guys just standing here. That's it, and yeah, that's the game. I can go ahead and let you run through it, but that's not really the point. Void Rays will go ahead and just eat everything else for alive, and that's not. And yeah, that's a good idea to go ahead and build 465 billion spore crawlers, but that's not really it. They come in, they'll just go ahead and skirt around, and again you engage them in the wrong direction. You see this? He's not gonna hit you. He still can't destroy the game at. So now he's gonna just hook across, and now he will focus on the other side where you didn't build 455 billion spore crawlers. So that's the lesson of the game. Really wanted to go ahead and tell you that that's the cause. 659, you knew what's happening. You went probably a wrong tech switch. You moved your army and did not shift click or control attack on the relevant units. You built 655 million this. You didn't send a Zergling down here to go ahead and know when the expansion's coming. Those are the reasons where you lost the game. And I'm just talking straight on as a bronze versus bronze, not against someone else who is 100 times better than you, like their master. That won't really happen at that level anyway. So that's it. That's your analysis of the game. That's where you lost it. And keep sending in your replays, and I will see you guys next time.